All right, everybody, welcome to this TTC interview. And my special guest once again is athletic Dashie. So how you doing today, Dash?
Doing all right.
All right, my first question for you is, how do you feel about Derrick Rose being traded to the Knicks?
That same fucking question. Damn you, Ogden. I felt pissed because whoever decided to trade him up, I fucking hate whoever did this, but I'm fucking blaming this on either on the coach or the GM because they made a dick move sending D Rose to the Knicks.
Yeah. So you feel you don't like the trade, even though you got what was his name, Brook Lopez? You got Lopez out of the deal, Robin Lopez.
I hate that. I hate that deal.
Yeah. So how do you feel? You feel this is a down year for the Reds? You think next year they'll be better than ever?
Yeah, this is a down year. And what pisses me off last night is Toby Bashner making a bad making bad strike calls, which would have been balls all night. And Brian Price got ejected, but he did something for once. He stood up for his team, letting Basher giving him an earful. But other than that, I'm fucking pissed about this season because most of the time I end up doing the crow, but this is a down year. I hope we do better, find a better GM, better vice president, and a better manager next year.
All right. So yeah, this upcoming NFL season, who are you looking forward to trashing with?
I'm looking forward to trashing with either Robbie Reds or Burn Steel because these two have been getting under my skin lately.
Yeah. So the Steelers are the Steelers the top team in your guys' division you hate the most?
Yes,
That's the top team you hate?
top team I hate because top team I hate the most is the Steelers because if you look at their fans, all they talk about, most of them talk about 6 Super Bowls, six. It's getting
Yeah.
on my nerves.
Yeah. So what do you feel about the Bengals? You feel this has got to be the year they get to the playoffs and go far?
This is the year, yeah, this is the year the Bengals going to have to get to the playoffs and win it all because in order to make it happen, you gotta have the best offense and #1 best defense in the league.
Yeah, I agree. And also it's just been like so far it's been like downfall seasons every time you guys go to the playoffs and with your head coach Marvin Lewis, and you always get bounced for the first round. So this has got to be the year you guys got to make that next step.
Yes, because Marvin Lewis knows what I want is a Super Bowl, and I'm not going to stop till I get one.
Yeah. So is there any Bengals games going to this season, or do you have any plans to go into any Bengals games?
I'm hoping to go to the Bengals Broncos game so I can meet up with A Train. And I'm also hoping I could go to the Bengals Steelers game in December. So that way I can watch my team get payback on their home grass.
With the upcoming free agency coming in the NBA, do you feel that Bulls should make some moves in the free agency?
Yeah, there's players that I want that the Bulls better get, like Carmelo Anthony, if he's available. If
Yeah.
Dorian's available, we should get him.
Yeah. Losing Derrick Rose is pretty big for you guys. You guys got to probably replace him with another point guard.
Yeah, we're going to need another point guard fast.
Do you feel the Bulls should trade with the Timberwolves for Andrew Wiggins, or do you and you trade away Jimmy Butler? Do you feel you should do that?
I think we should. Jimmy Butler was our best player, but he's been getting hurt too much. So if our former coach would have accepted the deal, we would have got Andrew Wiggins right now.
Yeah. So do you like the draft picks the Bulls made in the NBA draft?
They're not bad picks, but I questioned the first pick, Disney Valentine, because I doubt he'll do anything this upcoming season.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time since the Bulls have won a championship since '98. So it's been like 18 years. So they got to try to get something going for them.
Yes, oh, even though during the last championship run, people have been saying, "Oh, the Bulls are never going to win the championship." I been saying we've been taking the next necessary steps needed in order to bring the NBA title Larry O'Brien trophy back to Chicago.
Yeah. That Anaheim Ducks Predators matchup that really hurt. You feel the Ducks need to really rebound from that and learn to close out series for next year when they make the playoffs, if they make the playoffs?
Yes, because I think what we need is stop fooling around, find tough goalies, because
Yeah.
we've been bounced too much. It ain't funny. Could have traded away Gibson as well, but trading away Anderson, I think it's a good move because that guy's been costing me too many playoff games. And firing Brucio and hiring Carlisle, that's the best move I had all. I'm happy with all day.
Yeah. I mean, the Ducks really need to prove they. I mean, 2 years ago they went to the Western Conference Championship and they lost, and then this year they get bounced from the next round, from this round. So they gotta really show that they belong in the NHL. Um,
Yeah,
what is your thoughts on the NHL getting a hockey team in Las Vegas?
Uh, I think Las Vegas needed a hockey team because I agree with the move because NHL wants to make the expansion, and I don't blame the league. It's a business, but sending the league to Las Vegas will be huge because we have to deal with another division rival. So hopefully this division rival isn't as bad as the Sharks.
Yeah. So out of your teams, what team do you want to see? I mean, what team do you feel is going to win it all first out of your teams?
I'm thinking the Bengals should try to win it all first because
Yeah.
we gotta have a number one offense and a number one defense in order for that to happen.
Yeah, you guys really got to prove. I mean, that's Steelers games you guys had in the bag, and then all of a sudden the penalty caused them to go get closer to field goal range and make a field goal. I mean, you guys really got to close out on that game and learn from that mistake. 'Cause I feel you guys could possibly be in position to win the division again this year, but getting into the playoffs and winning, that's another story.
Yeah, because another story is gotta win it all. Because
Yeah,
in order for that to happen, we gotta win a division and the AFC Championship first. That's the first two steps. But then to win the Super Bowl, that's the third and final step.
who do you feel has been holding you guys back to win the playoff game?
I think what's holding us back is either Whitworth or one of our defensive linemen.
Yeah. So you don't feel it's your head coach that's holding you back or your quarterback?
It's not the quarterback's fault because we didn't start Dalton this postseason. Last postseason, we started McCarron, and he had a pretty good game, but Marvin Lewis is still holding us back.
Yeah. But I mean, if you don't go to the Super Bowl this year, do you feel you should get rid of Marvin Lewis?
I think we should because we need to get him out of there, hire another coach.
Yeah. But All right, on to your Bulls. Do you feel they have to be the second team to win it then if the Bengals do?
They need to be the second team to win because we haven't had a little Bryant Trophy in 18 years, about to be 19 soon. So we got proof that we belong in the NBA in order to win the title and bring O'Brien back home.
Yeah, but you feel your hate week with Bruins still is going to be epic?
Yes, because I'm in a bet with him. Loser's gonna have to chug the drink of a winner's choice. Me, if the Bengals get swept, I have to chug the Mountain Dew Core Red.
Hmm.
If the Bengals win, there's Bruno Steele's got to chuck a whole bottle of Pepsi Max.
So is it between you two if you like sweep them, or is it just if you win one
You,
game?
you gotta sweep them.
All right, but if you don't sweep them, does that mean you just off draw it?
If we, if both teams split one game, then we have to wait till possible playoffs to see who will get the final result.
All right, so if you guys make the playoffs, then he has to chug.
That's the tiebreaker. If
Uh,
that's possible,
but what if they both make the playoffs then, like you guys, or they get a wild card?
then we're gonna have to prove that we want to make Bruno Steele chug. But we, but But it's about sweeping. If we split the both games, nobody's chugging.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens in that. Is there any other bets you made in the TTC upcoming season?
No, still waiting on Ravens Red Zone's response. So same thing of Be More Ravens Online, which is Joe. I'm still waiting on Kurt on Baltimore Patriot,
Yeah,
which I know Ravens Red Zone's names. They're Bob and Kevin.
yeah,
And
but
Baltimore Patriot is Curtis.
yep. Does he still make videos, Curtis?
Yep.
I didn't know that. I was surprised. He's still in the TTC.
Yes. Don't know if he's coming back for the fourth season though.
You feel the Browns getting signed RG3 is not going to make them a difference? You think they're still going to suck?
Uh, there might be a possibility, but if they do better, kudos to them. If they don't, all well.
Any MLB series you looking forward to a hate week with?
Uh, no, don't know to be exact. Even though my MLB series is over,
Yeah,
great series.
but next year, do you feel this year is just a down season for the Reds? You feel next year is going to be have to be the season where you guys got to prove it. If you don't, do you feel it's going to be just another bad season?
Yes, because yes, because we,
Yeah. So the Reds really got to prove themselves next season.
do you mind repeating the question?
Do you feel next year's Reds got to prove themselves better than they did this year?
Yeah, because even though that we suck this year, if we don't prove ourselves, it's going to be another bad year.
What do you think you guys got to prove on for next year? Do you feel you got to prove on the batting or the pitching most?
Both categories, to be exact.
Yeah, pretty much. The Reds really had a real downfall season this year. They really got to show up for next year.
Yes.
I mean, the season's still early though, but I mean, at least if they can make the playoffs, at least have a decent record going into next season.
You gotta have a decent record. If not, gotta get fire Price, fire Williams, and fire Jockety. If we got force Castellini to sell the Reds to someone else.
You feel the MLB should eventually unban Pete Rose into the Hall of Fame?
MLB needs to lift the ban on Pete Rose. I am still mad at them, but if they unban him, that can make things better.
Yeah. So you feel like you think he's learned his lesson from gambling and stuff? You think they should unban him now before it's too
He's
late?
he's learning his lesson, yes.
I mean, he's one of
But
the greatest Reds players of all time. So
yeah, but Pete Rose should learn his lesson by now.
yeah, I'm sure he probably has learned his lesson. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they ever did induct him, but I wouldn't be shocked at the same time if they never did, though, because of that. Is there
Yeah,
any? Are you going to make a comeback for next year's MLB season then for 8 weeks?
for Hate Series, I'll try to make a comeback because I put this MLB season in the books, trying to hibernate.
Yeah, and then get ready. Is there any other teams like for next year you feel you're going to bring the heat for in the hate series?
Nah, no answer to that at this time.
Are you just focused on the upcoming NFL season now?
I'm just focusing on the upcoming NFL season.
All right, so we're about to wrap this interview up. I got one more question for you. How do you feel about the Cleveland Cavaliers winning the NBA Finals?
Well, knowing City of Cleveland has suffered 52 years of not winning a title, I congratulate the Cavaliers on ending that streak, putting Cincinnati at the next city in line with the longest streak in Ohio. But kudos to them. Cleveland deserved it. But I still hate LeBron James because that guy can get under my skin sometimes.
Yeah. So that's pretty much about it for our interview. Is there any shout outs you want to make before we wrap this up?
I want to give a shout out to Houday Nation, Red Lakes Nation, Anaheim Ducks Orange Painters, and the Chicago Bulls fan base.
All right, so that's pretty much about it, though. This is part 2 for Athletic Dashie's interview. It was a pleasure having you on here. I mean, looking forward to having you on in the future. So this is Matt Ogden and Athletic Dashie, and we're signing out. Peace.